students and dear viewers, wishing you all the warm regards of the day. Welcome back to our online EEP class. I hope you are all fine. I hope you are all are enjoying these classes. I hope you are all are using these classes very well, and I hope that this EEP class is very useful to you. I think it's improving your vocabulary skills. Not only in our EEP, it is also improving your day-to-day life vocabulary as well as academic standards also, as well as in your academic life. I feel that this EEP class is useful very, isn't it? Aren't you using this class? Don't you think this is useful class to you? Yes or no? No? Yes? Whether it is yes or no, you have to listen. If there is useful, you have to listen. If there is no useful also, you have to listen. If there is use, you have to listen. If there is no use also, you have to listen. I won't leave you. Okay? Right. Thank you. I feel that the students who are following my rules, what are my rules? Having a textbook, having a running notes, underlining the difficult words and noting down the meaning of all those words which are very strange to you, which are very new to you, so that it is very useful to you. Otherwise you may feel very bored. Okay, that's why I am requesting you, please have a book, please have a running notes and underline. Okay, the people who are following from the first class, all these you may feel very interesting. Other persons may not feel interesting, but you may start now. Take running notes and note down the important word. Right, dear students, how many topics have we completed so far? Yes, 10 topics, right? In the first class 5 topics, in the second class 6 to 10 topics. Totally 10 topics we have completed. Now in this EEP class we are going to see next 5 topics. Okay. Let me start with today's passage, that is passage number 11. Today we are going to see 11 to 15 topics, and 11th topic is read the following passage. Here it is not a passage. We will see genetically modified food facts. Genetically modified food facts. Dear students, let me tell you what is a fact first. FAQ, fact. Fact stands for frequently asked questions. Fact means frequently asked questions. So where do you find these facts? Let me tell you. Suppose there is a new electronic good in the market. So what new electronic good? You are very close to mobile phone, then it is very handy to understand, then it is very easy to understand. Let me take, suppose there is a new mobile phone in the market. You want to know the specifications and all the using style, or else using usage of that mobile. Then you can see under that facts. Okay, fact, frequently asked questions. There you can ask a question, how can we start, or how can we record, how can we upload a file in this, what is the battery storage, what is the capacity of battery, that is the question. Frequently asked questions, the number of questions that the people asked which is suitable to that article or good or mobile phone right now, then the resource persons or else editors or else the responsible persons for that, they will give you answer. They will take the frequently asked questions. Okay, not only the mobile, whatever that may be, either new information or any new article or else any new information in the market, there you can see under that topic or under that product, there you can find frequently asked questions. Okay, any new product, any new mobile, any new thing, any new electronic good, There we can find frequently asked questions. Okay. Now there is an information that is genetically modified food. Genetically modified food. Under that article, under that information, there are some facts. What do you mean by fact? What do you mean by fact? Tell me. Yes, you are right. Frequently asked questions. Okay. Now, under the genetically modified food, this is the article that they have given somewhere. Under that, these are the facts that we are going to see. Okay. There we can see facts, frequently asked questions. For that frequently asked questions, we are going to see question and answers. Okay. Already I told you, EEP brings you number of different methods to learn. So poem, so far we have seen poem, conversation, notice, many, right? Now we are going to see facts also. Okay, right. In that, the first question, what is the heading for this? Genetically modified food. That is the article given there. Under that article, these questions are being asked. These are the frequently asked questions under that genetically modified food article. Okay, right. Question: what is genetically modified food? The first frequently asked question here is, what is genetically modified food? Answer: genetically modified food means, the short form of this is GM, genetically modified food, GM. So the short form of that. Genetically modified food means scientists have changed the genetic structure of food in order to make it look nice, to help it fight disease, and to give it a long life or a longer life. What is genetically modified food? Scientists have changed the genetic order or the genetic structure. Scientists have changed the genetic structure of this food in order to look nice and also to fight against disease and also to give the food a longer life. Okay, do you understand? That is genetically modified food. Next question: how is GM food made? Answer: GM food is made by taking genes, DNA, that is DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid. So that is DNA, I hope you know. GM food is made by taking genes or DNA from one organism and putting it into another. For example, natural potatoes are mixed with chicken genes, or tomatoes are mixed with fish genes. So changing the genetic structure or mixing natural potatoes with chicken, or tomatoes are mixed with fish genes, or else interconnection or intermixing. That is how genetically modified food is made. Okay, right. Next question: so what's the problem with GM? GM means right. Answer: so what is the problem with GM? For this, answer is, many people feel we have not done enough research into GM. They say we need to know more because the food chain could be in danger. If we make a mistake, it could be bad for future generations. Okay, right. So what is the problem with GM? Here the problem is, many people are telling that there is no complete research. The researchers are not done enough. So there is no clarity on that. Suppose they need to know more because the food chain could be in danger. If there is any mistake, there will be a great danger. There will be bad things in future. That is the main problem with genetically modified food. Next question: what can we as consumers do about GM? If you grow your own food in your own garden, you are very lucky. But if, like most people, if you buy your food in supermarket, you should check its label. About 50% of food you buy has soya in it. A lot of soya is a genetically modified food. The problem is that the label does not always tell you exactly what the food contains. Right. So as a consumers, we do feel about that GM is something there is no clarity. So we may not get the exact information regarding that. They have given you here about 50% of food we buy has soya in it. A lot of soya in food is genetically modified, but the company label or else the people who are giving that product may not give exact information regarding that. Next, do people want GM food? Answer: 70% of people when asked usually say that they do not want GM food. Why? Because they say no one knows what the long-term effects of GM will be. We are creating a Frankenstein that we will not be able to control. When people are asked, do you want GM food or not? The answer is 70% of people are telling that we don't want GM food. So because no one knows what are the long-term effects of GM food, and also we are creating a Frankenstein. Underline that word, Frankenstein. Frankenstein means, actually Frankenstein is a movie, you can see also. We can use this word when we are going to destroy even the creator also, or else a very monstrous things that are going to happen in our area. We can take this as that expression Frankenstein. We are creating a Frankenstein, okay, like a monstrous thing which can collapse nature, that will not be able to control. These are the frequently asked questions under genetically modified food. Now dear students, let's go to the questions and answers part. Based on the above information, choose the best answer. Now choose the correct answers. Right, first question: why do scientists change the genetic structure of food? Why do the scientists change the genetic structure of food? Answers A, option A, to make it taste more natural. B, to make it taste nice. C, to make it last longer. What is the answer? So when you look at the first question, there you can see scientists have, let me read that answer. Just please analyze that answer. Genetically modified food means scientists have changed their genetic structure of food in order to, now be careful, in order to make it look nice, to help it fight disease and give it a longer life. What are the three things? One is look more nice, two, help it fight against disease or to fight disease, and three, give it a longer life. There you can see option A, tastes more natural. In B also, to make it more tasty, that is the meaning of that. And C is to make it last longer. So C is the best answer. C is the correct answer. Next, second one. GM food is made by option A, mixing different vegetables. B, mixing genes and natural products. And C, mixing fish and tomatoes. Right. What is the best answer? So mixing the only different vegetables, isn't it? No, option A is wrong. For this you have to go into the second question. There you can find the answer. So we can make GM food is made by taking genes from one organism and putting into another. There you can see example also, natural potatoes mixed with chicken genes. There you can see, right? So only vegetables is wrong. Only fish and tomatoes is also wrong. Option B is correct. Mixing genes and natural products. That is the right answer. So A is wrong and C is wrong. Why A is wrong? Only vegetables are given. and C is we can make GM food by mixing only fish and tomatoes. That is the meaning of that. So that is also wrong. Next, third one. What is the one disadvantage of GM food or GM products? Option A, they have damaged the food chain. B, they can cause disease. And C, we don't know enough about them. What is the best answer? Yes, look at A. They have damaged the food chain. They have damaged the food chain. No, see, for this food chain may be in danger, but here the answer is they have damaged the food chain. That's wrong. B, they can cause disease. No, there is no proof that they can cause disease. And C, we don't know more about them. This is the best choice. So A, comparing with A, C is best answer. Okay. Next, read the text again and decide if the following statements are true or false or not stated as C. Okay. If it is true, write A. If it is false, write B. If it is not stated in the paragraph, then you can take C. Don't write TF. TF is not acceptable. If it is true, A. If it is false, write B. If it is not stated, write C. First one. Diseases do not affect genetically modified food. Once again, let me read. Diseases do not affect GM food. That is, the statement is given here. Whether it is true or false, just analyze it. Come to the first question. There you can see the answer. Scientists have changed genetic structure of food in order to make it look nice, to fight disease, and to give it longer life. Dear students, there you can see to help it fight disease. But here the statement is diseases do not affect GM food. Diseases may affect GM food, but GM food try to resist or try to fight the disease. But here it is given as diseases do not affect GM food. So it is false. Write B. Next, second, we need to do more research into GM food. It is right or wrong? It is true or false? Yes, it is true. We have to do more research. Next, third one. We do not yet know all the dangers of GM food. Yes, we do not know all those facts regarding genetically modified food, right? Yes, that is true. Whether you are going to write T or A, T is wrong, because there in the options they have given, if it is true you have to write A. There you may be a very good intelligent fellow, you may be a very good intelligent boy, but you may make a simple fault that if you write T there, it is wrong. There you need to improve yourself. And fourth one, the label on the supermarket products is not easy to read. Yes or no? For this, analyze from fourth question it is. But if, like most people, you buy your food in supermarket, you should check the label. About 50% of food we buy has soya in it. A lot of soya in food is genetically modified food. The problem is, now look at it carefully, the problem is that label does not always tell you exactly what the food contains. It means it is true but not always. Look at the question. The label on the supermarket products is not easy to read. It is true, it means option A is correct, but not always. Sometimes they may give, sometimes they may not give. So both A and B, both are right, but you cannot say whether it is false. So better option is A. Soya is often genetically modified. Just now we have read soya is mostly genetically modified food. It is true. T or A? A. Right. Dear students, there we can end the first topic, that is facts. Facts regarding genetically modified food. Now let's move to the next passage, that is 12th passage. Here is a news article regarding nuclear family and joint family. True to fact that we have a very good information to remember our family members once. See, we are somewhere in the city and our grandparents, our uncles, aunts somewhere in another city. Grandparents are there in the village. Completely we dispatched ourselves to different places. We divided to different places and living happily. We are thinking that we are living happily. Let us know, let us see this article on nuclear family and joint family. Remember once, in our house, we along with our parents living. Almost all people nowadays, they are in a nuclear family. We are in a nuclear family. Somewhere alone in the city. Somewhere alone in the city. Let us see what are the different benefits that we have and what are the different things we are losing without joint family. Here the passage stresses on both joint family and nuclear family. Mostly the speaker wants to convey us be in a joint family. That is not the thing. Let us know the speaker's attitude. Let us know the point of the speaker and let us see. A nuclear family consists of a husband, wife and their children. The concept of joint family, where all the family members like aunt, uncle, cousins and grandparents live together, contrasts with the idea of nuclear family. There are many countries where you would traditionally find many joint families, but at the same time the concept of nuclear families is catching on. We often forget that there are many advantages of a joint family. Dear students, you know nuclear family means, coming to our point of view, mother, father and children. It means we may have very big house but only 4 or 5 members in that, right? That is nuclear family. The concept of joint family, where all the family members, grandparents, cousins, uncles, aunts having nice fights, all those are vanished. Vanished means disappeared. So the idea of nuclear family is somewhat different. Without grandparents, without uncles, without aunts, without cousins, we are living in a nuclear family. Mostly, I am not blaming the persons who are in joint family. My point is to tell you what the point of the writer or the narrator. There are many countries that are traditionally following joint families, but in fact the concept of nuclear families is catching on. Underline that word, catch on. Catch on means become popular. We often forget that there are many benefits in joint family, right? So as you know, when you get summer holidays or when you have any vacation, you go to your grandparents' house. See, just remember those days, how happy you are there. When you are joint family, try to give advantages. Try to tell me advantages, what you find there. When you are in town or when you are in nuclear family, you are losing something or else you are getting freedom or some are those. Please differentiate when you are in nuclear family and when you are in joint family. I hope you experienced this. When you have vacation, you go, right? So please differentiate. Tell me some 2 or 3 uses, 3 or 2 benefits, please. 1, we may share things, we may share information and we will support each other. But here in nuclear family, we are alone. Decision by yourself or else father. But there in joint family, father, father's brother, father's father. Those 3 will calculate the different things, different ideas and take the final decision, right? Is it good or bad? Good. They will think about merits and demerits, uses and misuses. By doing all this, we can know joint family is better, right? Advantages, right? It's not my point, it is the point of narrator. Come to the second paragraph. The most important advantage that attracts people to nuclear families is that the couple can have their privacy in their own home. People can live their own way and can do whatever they want to do. really, dear students, mostly families are dividing because of this reason. They feel that they are just directing upon, somebody is directing them. They need freedom, they want freedom. That's why all the families are dividing. So people feel that we will be very free when we live separately from joint family. It means in a nuclear family, people feel that they are very free. Privacy, it means free. Underline that word. Second paragraph, second word. Underline. Privacy means freedom or free to feel. Feel free is privacy. Next, there are no boundaries set by elders to follow. But in a joint family, the elders restrict youngsters not to do certain things because they think it is not good for them. But today's generation is very smart. They know what is good and what is bad for them and have enough analytical power, so they don't like to restrict themselves. Instead, they want their freedom so that they can do and achieve whatever they want in their life. Dear students, it is very true that in a joint family, elders, either uncle or else either grandfather, especially grandmother, who is a big trouble to you. Grandfather and grandmother, they are big troubles to you, right? So wherever you go, where are you going, they will question. Whatever the words that you are saying, they won't accept. In joint family, you find the people are there to restrict us. But in a nuclear family, no one there to restrict you. So father just goes to office and mother also goes to office or else any job purpose, and you are free. And especially in this time, whatever you want, there is no obstacle to you. There is no one who can stop you. Whatever you do is dance, whatever you do is sing. Whatever you want, you will enjoy. Take the same thing. If you are in a giant family, what will happen? It's completely obstacle to you. It's completely a big trouble to you. You feel. That's why number of nuclear families are growing day by day. Especially the people, they are going to order you. The elder people want the younger people, they have to be in a right way. Don't do this, don't do that, be here, don't go there. Those are the words they will say. You don't like today's generation is very smart. Yeah, in WhatsApp status or else in Instagrams and Facebooks, so you know more about all those. So in status you keep whatever I want, I will do. Who are you to ask? These are the things that you can take in your status. Yeah, really, who are there to stop you? We won't stop you. Do whatever you want. Come back to the topic. They feel that they have good analytical power and they will take good decisions. Where? In a nuclear family. But in a joint family, you are restricted by elders. They feel it's very freedom. Okay, right. Next paragraph. The advantages of joint families are many. Truly, there are many advantages. So I don't want to stress on joint family more and more, as it is here. I want to tell you. You get the complete support of family members whenever you needed. You don't have to ask for the help from others if all family members are living together. Your children will not be left alone at home when you go to a job. Many burglaries take place during the daytime because nobody is present in home. So if there is a joint family, burglary cases also decrease. You can share your joys and sorrows with them. Each and every member of family shares their opinions and the family takes the decision together. One member is not burdened with the responsibility of decision and it becomes a joint responsibility. The basic pillar of joint family is to have healthy and selfless moral values for all members. You can share joys and sorrows. You can feel whatever you wanna tell. You can share with your cousins, or if that cousin is not at all close to you, you can share with another cousin. There are sharing of problems, and also even elders take right decision. Already I told you, right? If they are planning to go somewhere, so all they discuss and take the final decision. Isn't it good or bad? So the sharing of responsibilities, sharing of all those things in joint family. Next, the basic pillar is having healthy and selfless moral values to all family members. See, even though your father is very serious, he tells you to be cool. It means they try to give you right information. In a giant family, one always gets guidance from older people. They are more experienced. They can take care of grandchildren rather than depending on outside help. In a giant family, the elders are always there to and encourage us in every decision we take, and their experiences make us grow wiser and become better person. Right, dear students, if you have grandmother, they will tell you moral values, they will tell you good stories. I feel you are not listening to your grandparents' stories because there is a mobile to tell you everything, moral values. So in a giant family, there are elders to give us good decisions, and you will become a better person and wise person even. But again, it revolves around how considerate we are, how we listen to others' point of view before considering our own. Keeping an open mind, accepting our faults and moving ahead is the best way to make a giant family an ideal family, right? So whatever, if there is any difference, discuss it. Now answer the following questions. People prefer nuclear families because, so option A, there is more freedom. Option B, there are fewer members. Option C, it is the latest trend in many countries. Oh, what is the answer, dear students? There is more freedom, they feel. You can see from the second paragraph, second line, their privacy in their own home. Second question, according to the speaker, young people don't listen to elders because they dash. Option A, don't want to be restricted. B, they think they know better. C, learn from their mistakes. What is the best answer? What is the best answer? A. A is the best answer. Third question, in a giant family, you don't have to ask for help from outsiders as. Option A, you are smart enough to make decisions. B, your children are able to take care of themselves. And C, your family members are there to support you. Which is the best answer? Which is the best answer? I hope you know that answer is C. Next, giant families follow the concept of sharing as. Option A, the clothes are shared among the family members. B, all family members are collectively responsible. And C, the finances are financial matters. That means, okay, the finances are distributed equally. What is the right answer? So answer is B. All family members are collectively responsible for that thing. There is no financial distribution here. There is no concept of clothes also. So answer B is correct answer. Fifth one, giant families do not depend on outside help for children because A, grandparents take care of them. B, mothers stay at home. C, children care for each other. What is the right answer? According to passage, grandparents take care of them. So answer A is correct. Next, sixth one, the best way to create a good joint family is be open. Option A, be open to differences in opinion. Listen to elders all the time. C, not voice your views on anything. What we have to do? Be open to difference, right? So answers are discussed. Dear students, try to write answers for this. I explained to you, and tomorrow in the next class I will give you the key. As I promised you in the previous class, I am going to give you the key for 10 passages. Here is the key. There you can write the answers. Right, thank you.